I really enjoyed researching this book. First of all, there wasn't a lot out there to begin with the exception of maybe a few books written by the people who lived through the period. So I had to rely really almost exclusively on primary research. That meant oral histories, about 30 interviews with anyone I could find, still alive, who was involved either with the conservative or moderate leadership. Now, talk about a diverse group. I spent days with Herman Otten on his compound in rural Missouri. I also got to know giants like Richard John Newhouse and Martin Marty. There were a lot of people who wouldn't talk to me, a few, I suppose, because they were scared, and many because the period was just too painful for them to relive. But it was an interesting process. I also spent a lot of time at the Concordia Historical Institute in St. Louis, where I got to live a researcher's dream, working my way through boxes and boxes of uncatalogued primary resources, some of which had been sealed for 20 years or more. Now, some of this was just pure luck. I happened to start my research just as that 20-year period was expiring on Jack Price's papers. Imagine my fascination at coming across a large file with the word blackmail across the top, or listening to an interview that Jack Price gave, sealed for almost 20 years, which was given just as he was being driven from power in 1981. And then there were cases of executive office records, and at first nobody could find them until the head archivist remembered having seen them in an old storage garage and managed to uncover them. But I think perhaps my best bit of blind luck was the decision I made to tape record all of my interviews, with consent, of course. But it was something I did more out of laziness and inexperience than anything else. It does let me tell the story in their words, and I think much more authentically. And better yet, now we'll have those recordings to add to the historical account.